Guys, good morning and welcome to another Alpha FX market analysis. We're gonna start reviewing yesterday's trade. I didn't do the pre-New York analysis and an update because our scalp was a winner, a very good and fast winner. So there was no need to force anything. I know you have lives, I know you have kids, I know you enjoy spending time with them, and that's the idea of this channel and this group, right? The idea of this community for you to enjoy your life, not to spend your time all day long in front of the screens, in front of the charts. So let's move on and let's start with yesterday analysis. So what we identified during the morning, it was a quick scalp, right? 11 pips to 33 pips. It was 2.88 hours. As I mentioned during the call, I said that I was going to take with half R, right? Because it was a scalp, so it means a higher risk, right? A higher risk because any spike in volatility or any noise, what's called market noise, could have taken us out, right? But it didn't. It went straight to our take profit right away. So let's. I thought I had journaled this, but it seems I didn't. All right. So let's journal together. I did journal this, but I didn't save the file. So let's journal together. We have GBP NZD, right? GBP NZD, long scalp. Let's go to the charts. GBP NZD, boom. Let's maximize. And where's our trade? Where is our trade? 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, it seems that my trade was erased, but we have the record right here, right? With the exact position. So it was entry price 2.3144. Let's put it in the 5 minutes because it was a scalp. All right, just a second, guys. All right, so I had to open the door to my beautiful wife and daughter. Okay, so yesterday's trade. This is today. Let's go to yesterday. Here we go. Ah, there it is. I thought it wasn't, but as it was a scalp, it was so small that it was a scalp. So there's our trade. We traded a quick move, right? Because the British pound was bullish. We had a positive fundamental news. And the New Zealand dollar was bearish because of the interest rate cuts. Beside that, the technical were supporting our long. Price was very low, probable that it was going to head back during a London Open, and we had above here a clear higher time frame supply. Price was here, we took the trade, and it went straight to our take profit, 32.9 pips, I think it was a little bit above, something changed it here, but anyway, it was 2.88. There we go, 33.7 pips and 2.88. Sorry guys again. So smooth trade, period. Nothing to add. 2.88 hours, very quick. It was something like 12 minutes, but it was 2.88 hours at zero, risking taking half of the risk that we usually take. So how would you calculate this to add to your hours count, weekly hours count, risk, right? I don't know why Microsoft, now that I put calc on the search bar, it takes me to the web browser and searching calculator or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so it's just open here. So we have 2.88 hours, but actually we risk half, so it's point times 0.5. So it would add to our count 1.44 hours, right? It's not 2 hours, but as it was a high risk trade, not high risk trade because it was high probability. It was higher risk than we usually take, right? Just a little bit high. And okay, so this is the amount of full hours that you can add to your weekly hours count. That's all for yesterday. Now let's move on to today's trading. Economic calendar first. Let's go economic calendar. Many red news, many high impact news. We have in 27 minutes French PMI, in 42 minutes German PMI, 10:30 we have British PMI, right? 2:30 initial jobless claim from the US. 5:45 we have US PMI, all the flash PMI available. And then to close the day, 4 p.m. USD existing home sales. So pretty interesting calendar. I'm not going to write all of those. So basically, all morning, all Europe morning, full of PMIs reports, and New York morning we have US PMI and existing home sales. No, initial shows disclaimer. Initial shows claims, PMIs, existing home sales. Pretty interesting, right? 230, 216. So 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Initial disclaimer. 9:15 to 10:30. 9:15 to 10:30. There we go. Now it has a little bit more of structure. Now let's go ahead and move on to the heat maps to see relative strength analysis. Relative strength analysis, that was what gives us the daily momentum, right? The market sentiment for the day. If we see that we have a currency that's fully red, and we know that market sentiment for that currency is bearish. So as we see here, the CHF, right? And what's good about the CHF is that we have no news about the CHF. So we can trade it, we can consider trade it. Let's identify our potential pairs. Let's remove this and boom. Strongest, what do you see strongest, guys? Look, gold, wow. We could say New Zealand dollar is bouncing from yesterday. Yesterday dropped because of interest rates. And the USD, I would stay with USD during the London session. So, okay, let's write it. USD, actually the strongest is NZD, right? Because it's green against all of them. And USD follows. And the weakest by far would be gold, but we're not trading gold. So CHF, if you ask yourself why CHF is weak at the same time gold is weak, it's because they have some correlation, because all the Swiss reserves are in gold. So there you have. When gold is falling, you have a high probability of CHF being falling too. All right. Yeah, CHF, I don't see any other. So we're gonna check these two charts to see if technical support any type of trade. Let's move on to here. First, let's check the dollar. What do we have for the dollar today? So we're still expecting the downward move, but that's on a higher time frame, 16 hours. 16 hours. We have this supply. Haven't reached yet. 4 hours, 8 hours. Interesting, still good supply, very good supply zone. I'm starting to like that, to short it. Interesting. I totally see this heading there and then bouncing from it. Look at this. Wow. That's a strong open. You know why this open like this? Is because yesterday were the Fed minutes. Let's check what they have to say. Fed minutes. Okay, there you go. Worried about tariffs, inflation, and the labor market minutes show. So there you see. Let's go ask our friend. Let me just check here. There we go. What did the Fed minutes yesterday? What were the conclusions? What were? Fed minutes yesterday. And how do we expect them to impact the FX market? Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about it. Yeah. Yeah, of course, tariffs can impact the labor market. That's no news. There's inflation uncertainty. That's why they're not cutting interest rates. That's good. That's good for the dollar. And yeah, despite the internet market expected. Wow, September rate cut has 83 to 85. Interesting. But as we see, yeah, inflation risk, hold rate steady. You see, so that's hawkish. That's bullish for the dollar, right? In such scenario, market open internet. Exactly, less immediate easing, bolstering USD strength. Exactly. Yeah. So that's why we have this big green candle. As the European guys, European boys, as soon as market open, they entered long the dollar. So there you go, a little bit of fundamentals. And now we move on to 14 minutes already. Okay, we move on to our pairs, right? So let's go to the. We don't have that much to this high quality supply zone. So let me tell you what I'm expecting here. I'm expecting for this to reach and penetrate a little bit our higher time frame supply zone, then do a pullback around here, and then continue the move. What are we going to trade? We're going to look for this pullback on the other currencies, and we're going to trade this. We're going to try to trade this price leg, right? So that's going to be around maybe 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., something like that. We are going to close every position before news, all right? So if we get to 2 p.m. and we have a position open, we close it. And if we have the order, we delete it. And that's it. We move on. Okay. Right. So let's go. Let's go, guys. NZDCHF. Let's check what we have NZDCHF doing. Boom. NZDCHF. So NZD is strong. CHF is weak. So what should it be doing? It should be uptrending. Let's see. And yeah, it is. Oh, that's going to be pulling back. Oh, to be honest, I like it. Okay, let's see. Let's give it some tech analysis right here. Boom. We have this supply zone. Let's put all this because in the higher time frame, this is all going to be a supply zone. And these two, right? Boom. This one, too. This is what is called a level on top of level, right? So we have these two, these two, these two. And now we took this high and we're pulling back. I really like this trade. Let's go to the 5. Let's see what we're dealing with. I think this would be like an interesting trade right here. 5 pips only? Okay, so this is 11 pips. This is a scalp again. This is scalp again. 5 pips. Okay, if we need to scalp, we have to scalp, right? I think that's a good scalp. Okay, guys. Yes, another scalp, guys. So, yes, exactly. Basically that. We risk half, we go in, we trade probabilities. I'm gonna set my order right now. NZDCHF, NZDCHF. So give me just a sec. All right, guys. So I'm gonna take this trade, exactly this one, right? I'm not. If you want to go for only 1 to 2, it's more than okay, right? I'm taking this one because as it's a scalp and I know the momentum is towards the upside, the fundamentals are there, the technicals are there. So I don't think the first supply zone is going to be respected. So I'm going to just screen cap this one, right? Also non-commercials are supporting the trade. It's like everything lines up. Of course, it's a scalp, so probabilities are still are high, but you're also risking because order flow very bullish short term due to hawkish conclusions. How to write conclusions over yesterday's Fed minutes. All right, so forth. Order NZDCHF long scalp. Let's put it right here. There you go. Okay, so we have that scalp there, right there. And now we're gonna move on to check USDCHF, right? USD was also bullish. Okay, we have that one. Okay. Now let's leave it there. We're gonna have that. Boom, boom. Anything. Boom. Okay, this one we're gonna put it like an open order. They open order. Okay, so when we do this, we go back to daily. Okay. Now, what I'm expecting to see right here, now that we are live and we have the opportunity to see, look at this block. This is a beautiful demand block, and this one protect us. This second block protect us, protect our stop loss. So the order now has been executed. We can expect this one. Boom. We go to this. We break this high. We retest, and we continue moving upwards. Right? Oh shit, sorry. You can move your stop loss to break even at 1 or 2 hours. That's totally up to you. You can take profit at 2 hours. Yes, guys, if you want to close your week with as soon as you make the 2 hours, that's more than good, right? More than good. So yeah. Now we can expect that, or let's say, well, we are already seeing price bouncing from that level. But let's say price needs to go deeper into demand, and then we see something like this, and boom. Those are the two expected price paths that I can wait. And if it goes to our stop loss, it's part of the deal, guys. It's part of the deal. So let's see what we have here. Now let's move on to USDCHF. USDCHF. I'm liking the way it's rejecting price. USDCHF, USD. Does anybody sees USDCHF? There we go. Very bullish too. It was expected, right? And interesting. Look at this. Very interesting. Very interesting. The thing is that we don't have this. Could be taken as a demand. Let me just throw a fib. I don't know what that happened. Let me throw a fib right here to understand where we are standing in matters of how far can we retrace before continue our moving upwards. See, so we're in a 5, right? Let's go to a 15. Yeah, 15 is so bullish. So this needs to be a scalp too. So this can be taken as a demand zone. Oh, now I like it. Now I love it. Here we have another trade. I don't know if it's going to be executed, but this is a beautiful trade. Look at this. 7 to the... This is a beautiful trade. So I'm definitely going to trade this one too. Long position is also scalp, right? It's very short term, but I think the pros are with us. Yes. Remember, if you take both, split the risk. If you take only one, also split the risk. We are talking about the scalp, so let's USDCHF long scalp. And with this, guys, we are gonna be closing our week. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow, look at tomorrow. Yeah, it's not that bad. Tomorrow we'll see, right? But I think after these two trades, if one is profitable, you should be more than happy for the week and just enjoy life. All right, this one, and now we go to this one. USDCHF long scalp. This one you have more time, right? As it's not so close to current price. But remember, 2 p.m. Madrid time, we close absolutely everything. Guys, that's it for today. Stay safe, trade your plan, follow your rules, and remember, be an alpha at everything you do. See you guys.